I'm Milt Tanzer. In today's video on real estate investing and how to make them, I'd like to talk about a technique that is being pushed very greatly by a lot of the gurus out there, and that's the subject of flipping, bird dogging, and jobbing. Now each of them uses a different interpretation of what these terms mean, but I want to give you my interpretation of what each of the terms mean and how they work and how they could apply to you in a real estate investment situation. The first one is flipping. Well, let's just back up a little bit. The first one is really bird dogging. Bird dogging is where you go out, you look for properties. First of all, you find investors who want to buy properties, and then you go out and look for a property that you think will meet their needs, something that they are looking for. You find the property and you get all the information from the seller of the property, and you turn that over to the investor with whom you're working. The investor analyzes the property that you found for him, and if he ends up buying it, he'll pay you a referral fee for finding him a property. Well, this is good, and this is a good way to get started. You can learn from some good investors if you pick the right one to work with, who first of all is honest and will really pay you once you get the property that he buys. And again, I'll show you ways in my program on how to protect yourself for this. But he will also buy several properties from you if you prove that you know what you're talking about. The second method, going beyond bird dogging, the next step up, is flipping. In flipping, you actually have enough knowledge that you go out and you negotiate a contract with the seller of an investment property, knowing that it's exactly what your buyer is looking for, what your investor is looking for, and it's at a price and terms that he will be interested in taking the property. So you enter into a purchase contract with the seller. You approach the buyer, and hopefully the buyer will take the contract. He'll buy the contract from you, give you a profit, and obviously you earned a little bit more because you've done a lot of the legwork for him. He'll pay you your fee for doing this, and you can go on about getting the next property. Now the only catch here is what happens if the investor turns it down, and you're only working with this one investor. If he turns it down and the day of closing comes, you may be stuck trying to figure out how to buy the property yourself. Either that or get sued for specific performance. This is not the best position to be in. But a lot of people make a lot of money if they really know what they're doing by flipping properties. The third way of making money in working with an investor is jobbing. Jobbing takes it to the ultimate extreme. You actually go out and physically purchase the property. You take title to it, you do the necessary renovations. Incidentally, all through all of these things, we're talking about properties that are in distressed condition. Not distressed to the point where they're in a neighborhood that nobody wants to live, but distressed to the point that it's the only bad-looking house or whatever on the street, that all it needs is cosmetic work inside or out. There's no major structural damage you have to be concerned with. But anyway, a property that can be bought right, renovated, and resold to the investor so that you make a profit, and then he can turn around and resell it and make money. It's a good way to go if you have the time to do the renovation, and if you can do most of it yourself. If you hire it all done, there goes your profits. But if you can do most of the renovating yourself, it's a great way to make money. But now the question arises. Why would you go out, find a property that's well priced, buy it, take title to it, spend all your time and money renovating it, and then sell it to an investor so that he can make the big profit? You're better off either keeping it yourself for an investment, or in a few years, or right away if it still has a profit potential to you, sell it yourself and make the added profit. So I have never been a firm believer in jobbing. I want to be my own jobber. I want to own my own investment properties and create my own wealth that way, rather than let somebody else create it based on my efforts. So these are the three types, and again we go into this in our course, our program, which is based on sound real estate investing tactics used by professional investors. I've taken what they have learned working with them for 25 plus years, plus my own investment experiences, plus the knowledge that I have gained as my professional designation through the National Association of Realtors. All this has been combined in one inexpensive, easy to use, learn books, software, everything you need to become a successful real estate investor. I would encourage you to spend 5 minutes looking at our website at www.investmentre.com. You'll see it on the screen here. That's www.investmentre.com. And take a look around. Read some of the testimonials from our other program buyers. I think it'll be the most important 5 minutes that you'll ever spend in your entire life. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.